All right, I think we're up and running. Good morning, people. Yeah, 8 a.m. In Australia at least. Yeah, thanks for those who are joining me today. I am continuing on with Spooky Week. Spook Week. Um, yeah, gonna be doing some more modeling to this character here, and I'm pretty happy with this character. I've gotta say, I'm pretty happy with it so far. The body's looking pretty sick, I reckon. It's gonna look awesome when it's animated. Oh, well, it's posed. I don't know if we'll have time to animate it, but yeah, yeah, we've got until Saturday. So Saturday is the deadline. We've got a body. Now we need to make a face, and we need to make a little area for the arm to have some bone sticking out of it. Because in the sketch, sorry, we have this little part here. So yeah, we're gonna do some of that. Um, we'll probably do some wrapping. I might do some extra bits after the stream tonight as well, just to speed up those little bits with the straps and stuff. Cause it's so simple. It's not even worth mentioning. I did clean up the bikini last night though. I made it way simpler. It's basically just a single mesh, a single set of quads that go up and around. So that looks a lot better now. I converted the bikini into a string bikini because it looks cooler. Looks a little much nicer, and that's using splines or beziers. Beziers, I don't know how you want to say it, but yeah. So where do we start? I think we're going to start with the pumpkin today. I think we'll start with doing a face, and I'm going to draw essentially a shape, and then I'm going to turn it into a solid object. And then I'm just going to extrude it further out, and then we're going to use a boolean to cut out the head, or cut out the eyes. I think that's how we're going to go about that. I think it'll look alright. Alright, cool. So, let's get started. Going to go to the top view. I'm going to put my 3D cursor a bit forward for now. Let's reset the 3D cursor. And for those who have never used Blender before, the 3D cursor is the saving grace of this software, in my opinion. It is brilliant. Cool. -1, that'll do. And for those who are here, thank you for watching again. I appreciate it. Very much so, actually. Cool. So let's start with a single mesh plane. I'm going to create this shape by using a mirror modifier. And then I'm just going to delete the faces for now. Oops, delete just the faces only. I'm going to rely on just the edges for now. Working on fire for rockets and ended up doing a full texture set. This is for the spaceship, I'm assuming. All right, cool. So let's get the eyes up and running. And the eyes don't have to be too fancy either, because if I remember correctly from the shape of the eyes here, it's basically a diamond on the side, on the front. Yeah, so the diamond's like this. Ah, cheers. All right. And for the mouth, I'm just going to duplicate a vert. I'm going to duplicate a single vert. And then extrude, E to extrude. Turn on clipping. And then clip it together like so. And then we can start to draw. Actually, a good way of doing this would be just to draw the mouth shape with edges. And then I got a little trick up my sleeve. Making sure that the verts are fairly similar. Oh, no worries. Oh, that's awesome. That's really good news here. I love it when I hear that people can start to get paid for their work. Yeah, that's mad. Oh, no worries. Oh, well, I appreciate the support, Marcus, by the way. I know it can be tough to get up in the morning, so yeah, appreciate the support, that's for sure. So yeah, just gonna grab the shapes here and start to make the shapes of the mouth now. So if I run out of space, I'm just going to subdivide that and then just go, whoop. Oops, there we go. Just, yeah, just line it all up. Let's get that shape going. And I'm pretty happy with that. For spooky action at a distance, that seems appropriate for the name. If you're still here, I was wondering what did you get paid to do? What'd you end up making that got you some cash? Because that would be set. I'd be really interested to see to know what you made. Yeah, I know. I have the old thumbnail. It generates itself. I need to make a new default header, I think, and so I can allow myself to yeah. I just haven't had time. It's been busy, man. Yeah, I'll definitely be changing that in the future with future streams and stuff. Normally, I make a custom thumbnail. I just haven't had time this week. Ironically, with you'd think that I'd actually put some effort into the stream thumbnail with Halloween. But yeah, sometimes you just don't have the time. Just don't have the time. There we go. That's looking pretty sick. Wouldn't you say so? All right, cool. I might just bring that down ever so slightly. This is the great thing about procedural stuff, by the way, is that I can go ahead and fill in this quad and now fill in these parts. Oops. By the way, I'm just pushing F on the keyboard for this. All right. Let's see if we get a clean. I doubt we will. Yeah, that's all right. Doesn't matter because we're just going to use this as a template anyway. Cool. Let's rotate that up. Size up that face. And I'm going to go really pretty crappy geometry for this to start off with. Let's see about the scaling of this thing. Let's get the eyes closer together. And we'll get that looking even more. There we go, looks better. Cool. So you can see here that what I'm trying to do, you'll see it all come together in a moment. It was a 30-second ad for a light bulb company. Yeah, cool. Nice. Motion graphics. Yeah, I used to do a lot of that too, like advertising and stuff a few years ago. That's what the bulk of my cash came from. All right. Let's offset that in a negative. And we're going to make it thicker. Oh, what's with the normals? I think the normals are a bit fucked. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's just fix those up first. There we go, that will fix up that problem. There we go, cool. Now I may need to scale this. Let's just position that properly, like that. The pumpkin, let's just position that a little bit more. That should be fine. Fuck it. Yeah, something like that will do fine. Now you may be wondering, what am I going to do to shape the face? It's pretty simple. Just going to add a boolean. And there we go. And we got ourselves a pretty good looking pumpkin face. No knife projection, just straight up boolean. I think will work fine. I could project knife, not do a knife projection, delete the faces. That could be a good way of going about it. But first, I will. I'm actually going to. I'm going to save this as a duplicate. Move that to a new collection. And hide that duplicate. So what I'm going to do is apply the detail on this one. On the boolean there. And then I will use a remesher. Let's see if we can do this. Let's give it a quad count of 20,000 and remesh this, because this is a remesher I found online that's really good. Not just the default. Yeah, not the default one. Let's see what happens. And it seems to do a pretty good job. See what I mean? Like the loops come up. It actually creates some decent loops, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's cleaner. Definitely cleaner. Yeah, it's interesting that it works, honestly. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. It doesn't have to be perfect, so I'm probably going to subdivide it anyway. But at least the loops are like kind of in there, which is kind of cool. Let's try 5,000. I'm just really curious to see how it goes. Oh, I did a pretty good job. I mean, the middle tooth is a bit shit. Losing a little bit of detail in the pumpkin itself, but I think I'd be happy with that. I can always go through and clean that part up. Let's just add a little bit of a subdiv and see what happens. But now it's kind of working. Like, and I kind of like the wonkiness on it. Yeah, I found it online and it's really good. And definitely a lifesaver in some cases using this one. It is paid, but it's pretty good. Let's see. I just want to try 7,000. All right. The smaller the quads will be on higher curvature areas. Let's try increasing the adaptive size. Yeah, it looks a bit better. Cool. I'm not too fast about the detail here, because what I'm going to do now is probably going to delete the insides. Oh, no worries, my pleasure. Thank you for watching. I'm going to select by coplanar. Let's go by select by trait. More or less, where are we? Select similar, coplanar. Like so, and I'm going to delete those. Yeah, because I do want to keep it looking kind of like hollow. I'm going to delete those. I'm going to delete those. I mean, honestly, I could probably just get away with a solidify modifier on the inside track, actually, as well. So if I wanted to delete these parts, I could. I might actually do that, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and select the these edges. So I'm going to go to, again, select by type. And I can go with, in this case, it will be select similar. It will be sharpness. No edge selected. No, I don't want to do by sharpness. I think it's like select by similar crease. I think it might be that one. No, let's just go with this one. Select by sharpness. That seems to work pretty good. And we're going to create a, with that sharpness in mind, we're going to create a edge seam, mark seam. And from here, I'm going to grab all this. So what I'm doing, I'm basically creating UV islands that I can actually use as a means to basically cut things with. Mark seam. Ah, yeah, I see what I've done here. Yeah, cool. I know it's a bit of a workaround solution, but yeah, I always make this stuff up in the morning, like as I go. That's a classic little joke right there. All right, cool. Kind of grab that, mark that seam. Yeah, I'm doing a bit of a workaround here, so that's all right. Mark seam. So ultimately what I want to do is just select these edges here. I know it's a bit of a weird one. Probably should have done knife project, honestly, but didn't have, the one thing I didn't have with that is thickness to, I'd have to, if I wanted to remesh it, it would have been impossible. Let's go ahead and delete these ones as well. I'm pushing L on the keyboard, by the way, to find linked objects. So anything that's connected by a seam, it detects, which is kind of cool. Sweet. All right, let's quickly grab this part here and do the same thing with the seam here. The only problem with the quad remesher is that it's not perfect. It's not perfectly finding loops, and but it's enough to, it'll be enough for my experiment with this character, I think. I don't mind the messed up nature of that there. I've been watching your tutorials lately and wondering if there are any particular website for all these reference photos. No. The answer, well, with this one, yes. With anything Black Curtain, no. So with this character reference, you can get it from my Patreon. Other tutorials that I've done in the past, you can get reference photos from my, Gumroad. So if you want to go to my Gumroad, you can get them there. They're free. You can get those for free on Gumroad. But anything, if you see like, for instance, Sophie in the character building series, she's not available for download because she's for a personal film of mine that I'm working on. All right, cool. Delete that, faces. Again, It would be nice if that was cleaner, but oh well, what are you gonna do? And I might just delete those manually, these ones here. You never know, this head might change overnight if I don't like it in the end. But I think I'm gonna be happy with it. Sometimes, you know, you got to work around things before you realize whether it's worthwhile doing. So this is a method I haven't really done before for a face. Yeah, you gotta experiment sometimes, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I think it'll be fine in this case. Oops, too many faces, holes. Fill that. Fill that. All right, cool. I reckon tomorrow we'll have time to do texturing. I might even have time today. I want to try and get this ready for texturing today, because we've only got a couple days to go. And I need to get this thing posed up and on a wave. That's what we need. Otherwise, what's the point of doing it for Halloween, right? Maybe. People dropping the puns here around here, you know. All right, cool. So we got this going. Let's see. That's all good. We need to do the eyes as well, obviously, so we can grab the eyes there. Oops, too many. Let's just delete those. Can I get away with selecting that? No. All right, that's fine. Yeah, definitely a bit lazy with this one today, with this face. This is not normally how you go about doing a character face, but given that it's just for a single image, a single posed character, we can deal. The reason I'm trying to get it to look hollow is because I'm going to add a solidify modifier on top of this. Let's just clean that up a little bit. Ah, fuck me. All right, cool. It's interesting to see that as soon as I stopped working on the body, the viewer count has dropped dramatically. Just working on the face. Yeah, it's 20 views. Yesterday was like 40. All right, cool. All right, cool. I think that should do the trick. Let's just fill that in. All right, cool. With that in mind, I'm just going to oh wait, I forgot a piece. All right, let's just manually delete those. Do the same thing, select similar coplanar. Let's see if we can change that a little bit more. No, it's going to delete the whole site. Oh wait, that's fine. Faces. Forgot the inside of those eyes up there as well. Cool. Again, just going through, deleting things where I can. And I can also use a smooth modifier to smooth out these little weird screwed up areas as well. This is a problem with remeshing versus actually modeling something properly. Always prone to having to do some sort of cleanup, which sucks. But them's the breaks, eh? And of course, this will be available on Patreon once it's done. So you actually be able to download the rig, you'll be able to download the scene, you'll be able to see how everything's made up close and personal. So if you ever are interested in that, feel free to sign up. All right, cool. I think that should do the trick. I know that was a really long roundabout way of doing this, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? All right, cool. Ah, fuck. Still gotta do this part here. All right, let's just manually select the loop. Oops, use faces to select link. Let's grab that. That should do the trick. There we go. And again, we can always smooth that out if we have to. I think now we have a decent loop to do so. We can always just go through and just smooth that out if we have to. Like, there we go. It doesn't have to be equal on this one. Thank you for joining. What up? Not much. It's early morning. Not early morning, but it's morning, and yeah, the thunder was rolling in this morning as well. It was actually kind of stormy. Sorry, it's going to select coplanar again. Are we? Sometimes I just lose myself in the mesh as well. Click that. Yeah, I definitely lose myself in the mesh sometimes. Or in the UI. I still do it every now and then, even though I use this damn thing every day. All right, cool. So what I'm going to do is add a solidify onto this. Ooh, it didn't work out that great. Again, we might have to turn on the, yeah, let's just delete some more faces. I can see what's happening there. We've got ourselves a straggler. I'm going to just delete that, fuck it. Delete that face there. See what bad geometry does half the time? It just screws things up. Oh, that looks ugly as. This is why I got the backup. I'm gonna, I might just go with bad geometry for this one, actually. Nah, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna go back to my backup. That looks way better. And just duplicate that again, bring it back to the forefront. And I'll live with the bad geometry inside. I'm just gonna go with that. I'm happy with that. Let's move that back to the collection and hide the backup. So that's why it was good to have this as a backup anyway, because I can apply that boolean, and then I can at least then just delete the faces as is. So I'm not gonna clean this up at all. I think it looks fine as is. And if I'm going to animate it, so to speak, I'm just going to use a deformer. So I'm just going to use a straight up deformer for that. So yeah, you just watch me for half an hour do nothing. Shit. That's all right. We can also add a slight. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine as is. All right, for the arm, which is going to be kind of cool, is we're actually going to do it procedurally. So we're going to add a cube, scale that down a little bit, and do something similar to what I did with the face. Again, it's not going to be great geometry, but it will be fine for what we need it for. Is we're going to create a boolean here, but I'm going to make it procedural so it doesn't really get affected by, you know. So I go to this one, go to Boolean. And hide the cube. And then we can add the bone inside the middle. So that's how I'm going to do this one. And I'm not going to, like, again, because I'm going to pose this up, and I'm going to make a backup of this character as well, we won't have to worry about it so much. All right, cool. Same for the head. So this one, hide that. For the top of the head here, I'm going to fill in the hole with a grid fill. Oops. Making sure that there's enough spans to work with. That's better. Cool. I might add a little bit of another Boolean, a bevel around that head there as well, just to keep that nice and schmick. There we go. Because ultimately what's going to happen is that her head's going to be on her hand, so I don't have to worry about anything at the top. All right, so for the arm, for the bone, I'm just going to add a cylinder. Like so. Get that bone in there. And then for the, I'm just going to extrude that, not even extrude it, just extend it out. Boom. For the the bone. There we go. Cool. Going to give it a little bit of a stretch there. We've got some bone. And then for the muscle, I'm going to add a single vert and then extrude in. Oops, select everything. My bad. Select, where are we? Select the whole vert, then extrude out an edge. And we're going to use the skin modifier to create some muscle. So using the skin modifier, I'm going to do that. And inside here, I'm going to select all my verts, Control A to scale that down. And then on this edge here, I'm going to make that thinner, this one thicker, this one thinner. And then we can subdivide that. We've got ourselves a pretty good procedural muscle. And I'm just going to duplicate that across in parts. So I'm going to duplicate the whole edges and do the same thing. Just alter the vert. There is a single vert in there still, just so you know. The only thing I'm doing is manipulating that a little bit. So it kind of looks like muscle. And then I'm going to do one more down here. This one I might have hanging a little bit. If I want to make that look a little bit more rounded, I could actually either add geometry myself, or I can add a subdivision underneath between the two things. So I can actually add a second subdivision here. That will actually subdivide that curve and look a bit more softer. There we go. Cool. That's the muscles done. And I think that is it for the head. For the bodies. Sorry, wrong pumpkin. Let's delete that one. Sweet. Pretty happy with that. I think where did I put the other one? I thought I had another one. Or did I delete that one? So confused now. Where did I put my other one? Pumpkin one. I thought I deleted the insides of that. Ah, fuck it. Let's just go ahead and do that manually. Select, 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 mesh, coplanar. Oh, cheers, no worries. I'm happy to provide. It's really fun to make the videos as well. All right, cool. Now let's have a look and see what we can do just to do some basic blocking of the character in terms of lighting. So let's just pop over to the view here. I've been playing with all kinds of stuff lately. Let's go with 1,000. She's actually looking pretty cool already. Actually, I might even be able to get away with not even texturing it. I'm wondering. So yeah, it's coming along pretty good. The only difference I need to change is her. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for the super chat. You can see that the textures are a bit fucked there now, but what are you gonna do? I'm gonna give her a blue shader. So shade smooth, and then change that to blue. And this shader here, I'm going to make more orangey. Let's see if I have to change the color gamut. Let's go medium high contrast. Kind of like the orange bikini. I might see what it looks like red. Stands out a little bit more. I might go with yeah, that looks cool. I'm just playing with the colors at the moment. I'm gonna make this muscles pink. Yeah, that looks pretty fun. All right, cool. So let's see. We've got 15 minutes left. Tomorrow we can actually do the whole texturing. I think we'll do the texturing tomorrow, and then the posing on Saturday. I think that will be how it goes, unless I do another stream between then. I'm not sure if I have time for that though. But I want to show you the method on how to. Actually, I might show you. I have a recording on how to do the rigging, so I'll actually probably post that up as a separate video. But with this one, let's go ahead and just play with the pumpkin here. So I know that the UVs are a bit screwed now. If I go to the shader editor, UV editor, let me guess, the UVs are, oh, not bad. I guess the normals are a bit screwy, that's all. I'm just curious about what's going on here. If we get rid of the texture, let's just see how this looks. I'm just curious. Just curious. Yeah, the normals are really screwy at the moment. That's interesting. You ever do a Tasmanian Devil? No, I haven't. No, man, I don't give a shit about. This is a stylized character. I don't care about the muscles. I just want to make it look cool in this case. Let's cool. Let's see. How do we fix these normals? We can try using abnormal. Where are we? Let's just go to flatten normals on Z. Not quite working. Let's go to reset normals, reset vectors, normals from faces. It's really weird. These weird creases. It could become from the sub, from the subsurface. Let's see, break it down. No, it's bad geometry. This is why you kind of have to remesh sometimes. All right, cool. I might go ahead and do that then. Again, before we wrap up, you need to turn that off and just have a look and see what we can do here to fix that. Let's just go ahead and clean up those normals. Actually, let's try it with a smooth shade. Let's go to normals, auto smooth. That's why auto smooth was on. Let's go to shade flat and shade smooth. And then click on that again. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Geometry data, clear. Let's see how this looks now. Ooh, that looks really bad. All right, cool. All right, we'll need to clean that up then. All right. And the reason why it's causing that is probably because the geometry around the mouth is so dirty. Let's see what we can do here. I think I have a solution. And hopefully it will work. I'm not going to rebuild this thing or remesh it. I am just going to add a solidify and see what happens, because it will add the geometry we need by default. All right, I think I've got all of them there. What is bad geometry? It's this. This is bad geometry. These horrible n-gons are bad geometry. Yeah, that stuff is bad geometry basically. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and add a solidify and see if that looks better. See how it adds the geometry for us there by adding that solidify, and it looks a lot better now. Let's see how it looks with a render. Still looks horrible. Oh gosh. Let's see what happens if I do a random projection. UV project from view. Still looks horrible. How am I going to fix that? All right, cool. I think I have a solution to fix this now that I got the solidify working. All right, so I've got that. Again, we're going to make another backup, and hopefully this will work. So save that, duplicate, move it to the backup folder. I'm going to apply this all, apply all, and then we're going to remesh this again. That seems to have cleaned it up a little bit. The only thing is that the thickness up there is a bit shit. So let's clean that up a little bit further. Make it a little bit more subtle. Can we clamp it? Let's just go with that, a little bit less thick. All right, cool. Now let's remesh it. Yeah, I do. I got the, it's pretty good too. Let's go with 10,000. Hoping it works. And let's turn off smooth shade here. And let's shave flat and then shave smooth. Let's delete any split normals. Shade smooth. Yeah, that looks a lot better. You can see it looks better now. And that natural sort of wonkiness will actually come to our favor, which is good. Why did it delete the materials? That's interesting. Interesting indeed. really screwy. That's interesting to see. Oh, fuck. I know what the problem was. Jesus. Ah, shit. I know what the problem was now. I forgot to delete the displacement. Yeah, of course I remember you, but I don't think I'll end up doing that ever. I don't have a Discord at the moment. I don't have a Discord at the moment, so I don't know what was screwing. Yeah, there we go. See how all that, yeah, mistakes. It's because it's early morning. You can see what I'm doing there. So, yeah, I know what to do now. So let's just hide that away and bring back the backup, and put that back into hide, remove this displacement, and we have a clean pumpkin. That was my mistake. Such an idiot. Hey, how you doing? So yeah, now I can make this pumpkin more orange. Let's just make that more orange. Let's just, sorry, I'm just checking my other, yeah, that's looking cool. Cool, now that's working. Shit, that was a big waste of time. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. Pretty happy with that so far. And if I wanted to, like, let me just show you what we can do here. Let's go and add a sphere in the middle. No, a sphere, not a circle. This would look really good inside of this would look really good in Eevee, by the way. So if I render it in Eevee, you'll understand. But let's add a emission. There we go. That's what we want. And if I switch over to Eevee and turn on all the fancy pants stuff, and there we go. That's looking cool. So what we're going to do is turn this into, increase the threshold, intensity. Let's bring down that intensity. I just want to make it so the, there we go. That looks cool. So that's looking pretty sweet at the moment. For the bikini strings, we'll need to, just realized I need to duplicate that. Let's, no, that should be fine actually. No, it's good up there too. For the bikini strings, we need to convert these to, why is that the case? We need to convert these to meshes as well. So we'll do that, and then I'm going to show you a little trick with Mixamo. Let's just do something like that. That's the plan, at least. I'm going to put it on a wave as well, and I've still got to do the surfboard, but I'll do that later. But yeah, today was a bit of a weird one today. A bit of a lot of trial and error. So you can see at least what I mean by trial and error, how tricky it can be. But yeah, that's looking pretty sweet. I'm going to save that. For all of the curves, I'm going to select. I'm going to save this as a new version. Yeah, I did see the new trailer. Looks interesting. I have no idea what to expect from that movie. It's such a weird idea. It's such a weird spin-off idea to have a toy character turn into a human character. At least like it's meant to be like inspired by. I don't know. All right, let's just go to right-click, convert to mesh. And there we go. Sweet. Let's select everything here. I'm going to export this out as FBX. Selected objects only, mesh only, pumpkin surfer, and that should do it. Let it think. And I'm just going to jump over to mixer mode and see how it's coming along. Let's see what we can do here. Let's just sign in first. With 3 minutes to spare. I don't know what you mean by hacking YouTube, dude. I'm just streaming. All right, cool. So I'm just going to go to upload character, select character from file. Let's try and find the model. All right, let's see. FBX. Hopefully this works. I probably should have previewed the file first anyway. But we'll see. We've got 3 minutes to go. It's always fun to do it, like find cheap ways to test things out. All right, cool. We got our character. It's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and add a chin. Assign the wrists, elbows. And I'm gonna publish a video after this as well about using this and the little hacks you can do to actually animate with these. Let's go ahead and add the groin. Yeah, well, I'm going to change it up as I go along. If your fingers are too close together or they're too small, it can't detect it. You just want to be sure, like when you pose your hands, that they're fairly neutral and well spaced. Otherwise, it kind of has trouble finding things. Let that think. Let that think. Looks pretty sweet though. I really like the shape of her body. I think it's really fun. I'm not going to download this, but I am going to just test it out. And looking pretty sweet. Yeah, that's awesome. Coming to life. At least we got to this point in an hour. We went from like no face, no weird arms or anything like that to this. Classic one I use for Sophie. There we go. And yeah, looking pretty good. Pretty happy with it so far. If I were to bring this into Blender, I'd probably fix up her hips a little bit. Ah, cheers, no worries. I'm gonna rig her up a little bit before tomorrow though. I'm gonna get her rigged up and ready to roll. I'll probably do that tomorrow night. Oh, tonight, sorry. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, but yeah, looking pretty sweet. I'm really happy with it so far. So yeah, tomorrow will be all about texturing, hopefully. And then Saturday will be about the environment. Get into an environment, get it posed up. And yeah, it should be pretty fun. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here because I got to start my real job. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Yeah, thanks for joining me. It's been really fun. And thank you for those who gave the super chats. Really appreciate it, of course. And of course, keep an eye on my videos on YouTube and tonight, because I will be posting up a video about rigging, with something like this. All right, I'll catch you guys later.